Alright, so just started the social media streams. If you guys have any questions, throw it in the chat on Discord. Right now we're kind of trading. The low of yesterday was 19,756.75. We're about 150 points down since close of yesterday. So right now we'll see what happens right at the open, but right now it's possible to get a pop up and then a move down if we continue down to low of day yesterday. If it's not going to be an inside day, I mean, that's always a possibility as well. But we'll just focus on execution. Make sure my charts are set up here. All right, so we got 1 minute till open here. So initially at the open here, we'll be looking for a break of these lower levels and a retest to go short. Unless we get a pop up above here, then it'll either be an A trade below here or a B trade above here. Short will probably be the first signal, unless there's some huge, move up to where it switches the trend also. So right now the bottom level is at 886.50, and then of course on a B trade, if we pop up here somewhere, we'll just have to wait and see where that goes, because B trades are market enter, so you can't really determine what the price is going to be there until you get the signal. But those are currently the two options that I see. Alright, so we're open. If we get a close below 886.50, I'll be putting a limit order there. Seconds to find out. And what we don't want to do though is we don't want to chase the price down. If it's going to keep going, we just let it go and wait for it to remake some different structure. That will happen sometimes, but a lot of times it eventually works its way back up and tests these levels that we're entering these A trades on. As long as our trend is down and we don't get another signal, that's going to be where we are willing to accept the risk on this trade at. Scrolling out a little to get a broader view there. Yeah, so the A trade right now, there's an A trade limit order sitting at 886.50. we're just waiting to see if we get back up and get retested on that level. We don't want to chase price like sell signals here, but A trades, you want it to come back up and hit the level that it broke, because I mean, look, we would have had to sit through all this drawdown if we had entered at the close of that candle. B trades are a little different because they're counter trend. So like here, B trades tend to get a reaction. You know, first of all, there's no level up here that, I mean, I guess you could have, well, no, it didn't get to that level quite there. So that's why we enter B trades at market close, or at market, because they are counter trend, like our trend's down. All right, so we just got filled on that. A trade there, let me mark it out. Here, this is about a 37 point. So we're looking at 849.50 as take profit. Stop loss 923.50. And remember, I mean, another way you could, I do 1-to-1 on the signals if you want it to see like extended take profit down at like 807.50 at this resistance line, and then kind of trail. All right, so we got filled on that one. If you want it to, you know, I like to do the 1-to-1, and what I'll do is I'll actually re-enter on this new signal here if we get a breakdown, 852.25. So usually on a big move down, there's multiple places to enter and get out of trades, you know, lock in profits. But you could just set your initial take profit down here, and then kind of just trail your, you know, go break even once this is hit, and then kind of trail it down with the white line. You can see now the white line's about there on the charts, 873. So each minute that passes that update, you can just trail, you know, your stop down until it eventually comes back up and hit. That's another way to manage your trades. So there's the support, just got hit. Yeah, I mark out the 1-to-1 just because, you know, when showing people, you know, the how it works. I mean, it's kind of, I don't want to be inconsistent and say, oh, well, this time it went, you know, here, this time it went there, and blah, blah, blah. If I just do 1-to-1, then, you know, it's straightforward. It never changes. So you can make anything look good, you know, by saying, oh, well, it went down here and you got, what would that have been? 79 points that time, you know, next time it does something else. But all right, so we didn't get, I had a trade sitting at the 852.25, but it never came back and got that. So right now I'm just sitting at 37 points in the good. Yeah, I mean, right now, honestly, if it breaks down below, I wouldn't mind 807.50. Actually, I might put 1 micro there, just because I'm thinking that we're probably going to go down here to low of day. If we get a retest of that support on the south side of it there, then that wouldn't be a terrible play to try to get from there down to 756.75, unless it just shoots down there and kills 756, you know, before it retests. if you did use this as a place to enter the support, since we broke down below here, if you did use a retest of that to enter, then you'd want to use the stop loss line that's right here at 840 or 845, the one that's above the candle that broke the resist or the support line. But it still is possible that, like I was saying previously, it still is possible for price, to jump back up and hit this support line. We skipped it, we kind of gapped down a little bit here and didn't hit it on the initial break. So, it is possible for it to shoot back up there, hit that, and then continue down further. So. Alright, so I'm short 807.50. And I'm going to put that at low of day, 756.50 basically. Or not low of day. Well, it's low of day, but it's also yesterday's low. So I'm going to go a little more than 1-to-1 here. It's like a 1 to 1.35 risk reward. I'm risking 37.5 points to make 50 3/4. All right, order got filled. So, yeah, man, that's like almost 90 points. I'm not going to take any more trades today. I'm going to be done there. I'll still mark out stuff, sit here for a bit with you guys, but I'm going to lock it in there. Yeah, even I was just taking one micro trades, but it's still $250. So, and I copy trade 3 accounts on that. So it's really all I'm interested in risking. I prefer to limit my exposure to the market 30 minutes or less. Generally with a 1 minute time frame, you can lock in a decent amount of points. In today's environment with news headlines and everything else, I don't like to sit in trades long if possible, because you just never know what's going to come across the wire, and a trade that would have normally worked out get thrown in the trash because of some news headline or something. So at this point now, just be waiting to see if we get a breakdown. The low level here is actually, pretty much the low, yesterday's low, 70, 56, 75. The lower level is 754, 75. So there's only 2 points difference between those two right now. To go short again, I would be waiting to see a breakdown below low of day to further short. Otherwise, we're just waiting to see if the high level is actually right there at the support. Because of that, if we get a B trade or something above that, I'd be kind of leery to take it at this moment, because we could just be sweeping yesterday's low and gonna move back up. We're getting, well, there we go, getting a breakdown now. So we might be heading a little further. Awesome, good deal. I'm glad y'all jumped in there. Yeah, just to explain a little further on that second one right here. So what I was saying, I don't know if you were here yesterday when I was talking about it, but these support and resistance lines on the pivot points, I will use those to enter trades or as extended take profits. Like, for example, and it kind of just all depends on where we're at. Like here, I was more comfortable doing that because we're so close to yesterday's low of day. So I was thinking, if we can get a retest of that support level, since we did break the support level here, close below it, and then we kind of had some action down below it for a bit. I said, if we can just touch that and get down to yesterday's low, that would be a decent possibility. But here on this first one, or actually up here on the first one, so another way to play these trades, like I said, I mark them out 1-to-1, and I take them 1-to-1 too in the morning. But another way to do that would be on this first trade. Say you entered here. You enter here at, what was that level? 86.50. All right, say you put your stop loss where it was, and then you wanted to use that support line, since we're so close to it, as an extended take profit. So instead of 1-to-1, you put your take profit down here, and then as this trade progresses, like here initially, your stop is 923.50. But then as this line moves down, you see every minute your stop loss updates. I wouldn't ever go back up with it. Like here, you could have brought your stop loss to there at 895.50, and then for a few candles, a few minutes, it went back up. I would have just left it there, and then once it moved down again to 973.75, move it there, and actually you would still be in that trade. You would have hit take profit here, but another way to do it is, have like take profit just down here or not at all. Because if you were following this stop loss down, then it still hasn't hit. See what I'm saying? Eventually it'll come back up and hit at, like right now your stop loss would be at 763. Eventually it'll come back up and hit that. But until it does, you're just moving down with the stop loss every minute. For example, like here where my cursor is, your stop loss was 814.75. Well, then for a few minutes it went back up, but you left your stop loss at 814.75. It never hit. So then once it does get down below 814.75 here, where it comes back down, your stop loss is there, and then it moves down again. So currently, if you did something like that and just trailed your stop, you'd 763 just waiting to see if it hits. In the meantime, that would have 123. You'd be locked in at 123.5 points right now. Yeah, I mean, and if you stay small, you know, I mean, the only thing, sometimes I'll try to see if I can find an example. I mean, sometimes it'll be less than like, well, what a 1-to-1 or anything else would have been. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes it'll spike up and hit it, and you would have actually gotten more just taking the 1-to-1 I've seen. Sometimes you get long run if you prefer to, like, you know, just take the smaller trades and then let the winners just run, and you know, that would be a good option. And just a show note, if you're watching on social media platforms, I chat with the live Discord stream. I chat with my group. I don't chat on social media regarding the stream. So if you're interested in full context on the conversations, then I would encourage you to jump into our community. 14-day free trial. There's a QRC code on the stream. And if it's not something you're interested in continue with after that, then you can cancel anytime. Awesome. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, I'm about to shut it down soon. I'm not taking any more trades right now. We have a trade 754.75 currently. We're 10 minutes till 10 o'clock hour. 10 o'clock is kind of known for reversals. So, you know, jumping in short there. It's questionable. We are trading down below yesterday's low currently, and we didn't quite get a retest of that level there. 100 and a little over 300 points down since closed yesterday. This back up to where it was so I can draw up my charts here in just a minute. So where are you located at in the world? Cool. It looks like we're continuing to break down here currently. 687.75 is the lower level. Well, I'm going to cut the social media stream now. Everybody have a good day. Like I said, if you're interested in coming and hanging out with us on Discord, use the URC code. There's also a link in my profile. You can try it out for 14 days. And if you have any questions or anything, hit me up. I'm always willing to have a conversation. Everybody take care.